I'm sitting there in my car thinking to myself, man, I remember the time I bought my first property, which was many years ago, but have you thought about that? Have you thought about the power in real estate? Have you thought about the equity in real estate? Have you thought about even owning just your first property, what it would feel like? Well, I tell you what, I've got the answers to those questions because I've bought many properties. And over the years, I can still say this with true conviction and quantify that equity is king. Equity is king for me because over the years of my life, I reflect about the first time that I realized how powerful real estate really is in your, should I say, asset portfolio. And all investors will tell you, all financial people will tell you, you should diversify your portfolio. But one thing that you should definitely make sure that you have is an investment in real estate. And I mean that too, because I can give you a clear example of what it took for me to get across the threshold of all the reasons why I didn't think I could get a property. All the reasons, man, why I said to myself, no, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't believe I can. I don't know if I can, especially when it came to getting into renting property. It's one thing to own real estate. It's another thing to say that you want to be a landlord, because there goes another layer of should I say, responsibility. So with that responsibility, though, comes benefit. And nobody wants to understand what it means to take the climb up. Of course, there will be dips in the valley, but you got to understand on the way up is a learning curve. And once you get to that place where you level off and you know that you got that passive income every month, you know that you have an asset that creates net worth instantly, man, that is priceless. People thought I was a real crazy guy the first time I really decided to buy my first property, because you know what I bought first? I bought an 8-unit apartment building with a laundry room. And my wife told me, she thought, what are you doing, man? Why don't you just go get one little rental house and rent that out every month? And something inside of me said, no, I want more income monthly. And I know that's going to call for more responsibility. So to bring those hidden obscurities to the surface, all I'm going to say to you is this. I took the dive, but I was a procrastinator. I was a huge procrastinator because the fear of failure was winning the game. Not to mention, I'm a full-time teacher and I'm also a full-time musician. And honestly speaking, that was an obstacle because I kept thinking I never had the time. And more importantly, I just never did think I could come up with the money. For a lot of times they're talking about that, 75% LTV, which is honestly, when you're talking about LTVs, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Loan to value is very simply how much a bank will give you and how much you got to come out of your pocket. And usually somewhere between 65 and 75% of the cost of a property. And that other 25% or 35%, your pocket. But guess what? Gregory Griffith bought his first property with no bank, no credit score. And I didn't have to come up with 25% down, and I bought that property. And you know something? Here's the real deal. And that is why I want to say this to you right now. I kept that property almost 20 years. I refinanced that one property one time, and I will never, ever forget that when I got a 6-digit check for over $100,000. And when I sold that property 20 years later, I still walked away with an equity distribution to me of over $250,000. And I took that $250,000 and I leveraged it. And within 3 or 4 years of that, I bought 5 other properties. I bought a condo on the beach. I bought a strip mall. And let me tell you something. I understood the power of real estate. So all I ask you to do is subscribe to my YouTube station, my YouTube channel. Come on out on Thursday nights. I'm always just trying to give people the tools they need to succeed. And the Strive Masterclass is all about that. I'm a personal development specialist. I think all of the skill sets I've learned over the years could be of big value. But the one I'm talking to you about today, I'm here to tell you because I'm a living quantifiable reason for it. I did it. You can do it. All I'm asking you to do is trust the process. You got to believe at the end of the day that, something, every time you say I can, it's a sure shot that you won't. Every time you say that, I don't think I can do this, you won't. Every time you say, I'm going to put it off tomorrow, and you continue to be that big procrastinator. One of my books is called Activate or Stagnate, because I know we're either activators, we sit on the bench of procrastination, or we stagnate. So I'm going to offer you the opportunity to share some strategies with you, which will allow you to get into multifamily properties, get into building your net worth through real estate, get into building that equity. All you got to do is subscribe to my channel. Go to theactivator.net. That's my website. I'm right there. I'll be glad to bring you into my Get Activated community. It's pennies a month for you. But boy, the benefit is just, woo, priceless. Because I wish I had mentors like I'm intending to be to you back then. All I had was this program I bought. I looked at it for almost a whole year. I was a procrastinator. And one night I came home from a performance as a musician and I decided, you know what, this man's name is Carlton Sheets. Anybody who's a grandfather in the industry, an old school guy, OG, they know what I'm talking about. Carlton Sheets had a program, told me how to get into real estate. I looked at it for about 6 months of my life. One night I came home and I decided to become an activator and make that investment. And you know something? To that day, boy, I'm so glad I didn't let the fear monster of failure win. I continued to do what was necessary. So I say to you once again, click the link there on the screen. Come out on Thursday nights. Come out tomorrow night on Tuesday nights. Every week we got the YouTube channel. It's called the GG Factor to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Inform you, inspire you, and empower you. So without a doubt, come on out. Do yourself a big favor. Get personal development under your belt. And right now, I'm speaking specifically about that real estate game. You can do this. But the bottom line is you got to get started. You got to get started.